Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have no guests. It's just gonna be me, just me and my thoughts. And I was just thinking of like coming on here, giving you guys some updates, talking about a couple things. So basically, um, there's just a couple things like I want to talk about and stuff. I know I've been slacking on the pod, and um, I'm supposed to have guests every week, and I have guests lined up. I just haven't either edited the videos, the episodes, or I haven't filmed it yet. But I'm getting there. I just a lot of shit has been going on, and it's just been really hectic. I haven't had time really, but I do want to update you guys on some stuff and just like a couple conversations. I don't know who actually listens to the pod or who watches it, but basically, when I watch a pod, I usually just depending who it is and what the topic is and who the guest is, or just in general, depending the pod, I'll just have it playing in the background as like I clean or I'm doing something. I just have it in the background and I'm just like listening to them talking. Or if it's like depending what the episode, like I said, depending the episode, I'll be like watching it. And yeah, like I don't know if you guys are watching this, listening to it, or you know. So right now I'm like in a blanket and everything. I'm in my pajamas because I just got back from the gym. It's like 1 in the morning, so I'm currently filming this right now out of boredom. I have notes that I want to talk about, like things that's been happening and I want to talk about, but like I just haven't had time, so it's been added all up. But um, so yeah, like I went to the gym and then I showered and then I was like, let me film a pod for an episode. Let me film an episode so that I can edit it and put it out there for you guys. So basically anyways, let's get into the pod. I made some popcorn. Uh um Basically these have no flavor because for those that don't know me or don't like know me like that, my mom does not believe in microwaves. So we don't have a microwave at home. And so I'm eating plain popcorn. We bought a my mom gifted me a couple years back like this popcorn machine, and so she buys me like this jar of kernels from like Costco. So whenever like I want to make popcorn, I just make them on like a little, they're like an, I don't want to say air fryer. I don't know what it is, but it's like a little popcorn air machine or whatever. So that's what I have that's my alternative for popcorn. I have plain popcorn. It's my mom says it's a healthier, better substitute, but if I ever go to anybody's house and they have a microwave, I will be expecting popcorn, like a microwave popcorn, with butter and everything. I don't know, popcorn is like my it's my go-to thing. Also, for those who don't know me, I I go to the movies. I want to say I go to the movies about weekly. I'm not gonna lie. I go at least the minimum once a week. Sometimes I go twice a week, depending if there's good movies out. But even if there isn't a good movie out, I'll go just to watch, just to watch something. But it's like the vibe of like I don't know how to explain it. It's just for me, it's like a comfort thing going to the movies. I like going with someone to the movies, but I know que no se puede siempre, and not everyone is available. So sometimes I'll go to the movies alone, and I've low-key been starting to get into the habit of um finding comfort in like being not alone, but being in my own, like I don't even know how to explain it. The words are just I keep forgetting the words and everything, but basically like I'm trying to find comfort and trying to get used to not having to count on anybody and just being there for myself in the way that like I shouldn't have to, like, yeah, it's fun to go out to eat and hang out with people all the time, but not everybody can or not everybody wants to, so I need to like stop like, oh, nobody wants to go, so I'm not gonna go. I need to stop like stopping myself from doing things because nobody else wants to do it with me, or that's what she said. No, nobody wants to come with me, or that's what she said. No, I need to stop. I need to not stop myself from doing something or going somewhere just because there's nobody there with me. I need to be able to, yeah, I mean, you guys know what I'm saying, right? But so yeah, so like I'll go to the movies alone. I don't really care. I mean, me vale. It's all it's actually like it's a vibe going to the movies alone. Like I also I go to the movies so much that I have a membership to the movie theater, so I get like these discounts. I get free movie tickets, and it just accumulates. So like it's worth it. But yeah, I pay for a membership a month. I pay monthly for a membership at the movies. That's how much I go. Like I was like, it's worth it. Anyways, so the most recent thing that has happened to me that I've been up to is, for those that don't follow me on like social media or anything, I actually I went to New York Fashion Week, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna lie. I never thought I'd go to a New York Fashion Week. Like I feel like that's like celebrity thing, like influencer thing. And I'm not saying I'm an influencer or a celebrity or any of that type, anything of that type. But I'm just saying, like, I never thought that I'd go to one. I never had like a purpose to go. But for those that don't know, I'm a hype up my brother right now. But my brother was actually a model for the New York Fashion Week this past weekend. Well, you guys are gonna be watching this pod probably 2 weeks after New York Fashion Week. But so me and my brother flew to New York, and we flew to New York. We stayed at this like super small hotel. Like our room was so small. We went there for like about a week. We went for about 5 days, I think, to New York, and honestly, it was I'm not gonna lie, it's not what I expected. I expected like New York to be like this beautiful place, but honestly, it's I don't know, maybe it was just in the area that we stayed at. And even when we went to like Times Square, we went to go see Lady Liberty, and we went to like all the iconic places in New York, all the places that people know about. And honestly, I don't know. I now after I went, I don't see the hype in it. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's parts of it that's nice, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without like bashing it. I don't want to bash New York because honestly, it was. I don't know if I'd go again. Possibly I would, but I don't know. It was a different. I expected something else. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever seen. I've seen a TikTok about Paris, that it's not what you think. Like, yeah, it's beautiful and everything, like in movies and everything, but when you go, I had seen a TikTok that said like that showed like the streets of Paris where like there is trash everywhere, giant rats. It has a bad smell. Like it's not what you expect, like what you see in movies, and that's what it was for me in New York. But I mean, I just expected, I don't know, But anyways, so yeah, we went to New York Fashion Week, me and my brother. He invited me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And I didn't know. I honestly did not know what to expect. Like my brother was he got signed to an agency. Yay! I don't know if I should be saying all this. I don't know if he wants me to say all this. I know my brother's like a really low key person. For those that like know me, like they know my brother. Like, and those who don't know me, I have a brother, but an older brother. But yeah, so he got signed to an agency, and he was also like, he had told me, he was like, hey, like I'm gonna go to New York for Fashion Week. I'm gonna model in it. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. So anyways, we went, and I it was I don't know what to wear, so I just wore like a little like a button down and some dress pants and everything. I was like, I don't know what to expect. And honestly, it was like in this. He modeled for Willie Chavarria. For those, I don't know if anybody's familiar with him. He's a designer, and he's worked with like he's worked with like a couple celebrities and models and everything. So if you guys want to go check him out, but yeah, so I went with my brother. We showed up to, I think the show was a Friday night, so. But we were up since early, and he went to go do like a photo shoot for a portfolio or something like that. And then after we Ubered our way around, or we walked around the city. So we did a lot of walking, and so we arrived to the place of the show at like 11, no, like 10 or 11 in the morning, and we didn't leave until like 9, no, till like 8 or 9 p.m. Because that whole morning, like, they had to get ready. They were doing his hair. They were like, like, I guess they were rehearsing. I don't know what. I was in the back, and honestly, I didn't expect to see for those that, I don't know if I don't know if you guys are familiar with Yuritsa and Su Esencia. And I was just in the back in the dressing room and everything, chilling with like it was just models and everything. And it was just models and everything in the back, like they were getting their hair done, makeup done, or whatever they needed to do, fittings and everything. And I was there chilling, waiting for my brother, because I was kind of like his like tag along, like su chicle. And I'm just there, and then I seen like one of the brothers walk by, but in that moment I didn't recognize him. But I was like, when I seen them walk into it was like this big room, and I looked, and I was like, dude, he looks familiar. Where have I seen him before? I was like, is that a TikToker or what? And then eventually, like after they were like in the corner, and I had seen Yaritza, and I was like, bro, and you know what's crazy? I recognized her by the braids, like the back of her head, like the side, like the back side of her head. I saw it, and I was like, bro, is that? No. And then she kind of turned her head, and I saw it, and I was like, bro, that is her. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, it's her brother. So I was like, what the heck? So then I'm like, what? I was like, no. I was like, what are they doing here? I was like, are they gonna model or what? And then it turns out they actually performed. Like they were like the opening act, like a opening performance for the show. And honestly, it was pretty cool. And I'm not gonna lie, they walked past me a couple times. They were right in front of me. Y me dio pena like preguntarles por una foto. And honestly, I regret not asking for a picture or like, saying hi to them. And I should have. But I'm like, but in the moment they were like right in front of me at times, and I was like, me da pena, like I know, because they were busy, like they weren't just standing right in front of me. They were like walking past me or like around or in front of me, like talking to someone or doing stuff. Like I guess they were like getting ready for the show, right? Me daba pena, like I don't want to go up and interrupt. I felt like I was gonna interrupt them or like but yeah, I should have asked for a picture. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, my brother walked the show, and the whole time like I was just there, like, and I recorded and took pictures for him and everything. And I'm pretty proud for my brother. Like honestly, oh, and Vogue posted him on Instagram. For anybody that wants to check out Vogue's Instagram, my brother's on their Instagram and their pictures and stuff. So that was pretty cool. My brother was like pretty shook, and he was like excited. He was like, dude, like Vogue posted me, and I was like, damn. Like we were both like, oh my god, like. And honestly, I'm happy for my brother. Like it's a step somewhere. Um, I don't know how far he wants to take it. I don't know if it's just like a side thing he's doing, like, or just a hobby or whatever, but whatever it is, like, I'm happy for him. And honestly, that's a big flex. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that Vogue posted you walked New York Fashion Week. Like, there were celebrities at the show. There was influencers. There was people. There was like news media. There was accounts that do like social media, like, and that's honestly pretty cool. Like that's a big step. But yeah, good for him. But I did vlog while I was in New York, and I don't know if you guys want to like. I was thinking of making like the New York Fashion Week separate from like the whole New York vlog, or just all in one. Like if you guys want to see, I'm really bad at vlogging. Just the fact that like todavía no estoy acostumbrado a grabar like out in public and be talking to a camera, because me da pena. I feel like people are watching me and like judging me, and it's like honestly I really don't care, but it's just I'm starting to get into the habit of doing it. And usually I'm used to just grabando y ya, and then writing a caption like on Snap or something. But I need to get into the habit of actually speaking to the camera and like like updating you guys or just talking to it in general. But yeah, I need to get into the habit of that. But yeah, if you guys want to if you guys want me to like, if you guys want to see the New York Fashion Week vlog, let me know, and I'll edit and post it on soon. But yeah, like it was pretty cool. It's like New York Fashion Week is not what I expected. Like it's like this. Honestly, I thought it was gonna last longer. Well, maybe most shows do, but the show that my brother was in only lasted like no more than 10 minutes, even maybe possibly less. But it was like they just walked one thing, like one round, and then at last they walked with the designer, and that's pretty much it. It was just the opening performance, the walkthrough where everybody could see their clothing, and then and then it was just the designer with all his models in the back, and his models and his designs and everything. And that's pretty much the show. And And I thought it was gonna be like, I thought it was something that took like an hour or 2 hours long, and it was like something big. But no, it was quick. And then there was an after party, but my brother went, and I should have gone. I'm not gonna lie, just but at the same time, I wasn't kind of feeling the after party. But so he went to the after party. He said it was okay. I told him that at that after party he needs to find like connections. He needs to speak. He needs to talk. He needs to get out his comfort zone. Cause like yeah, I talk to people and like ando de platicador, parezco perico a veces con la gente. But my brother's like does not talk at all. Like me and my brother are complete opposites. Like we get along. We sometimes get along, but me and him are complete opposites. Like I'm this out. I try to be outgoing. I feel like I'm outgoing, but I try to be more outgoing than I am, and I try to talk everybody. I try to talk to people. I try to like make conversations, and I try to not be so awkward or shy at times. But my brother's is the complete opposite. Like he's not outgoing. He prefers to keep to himself. Like I don't know. Like it's just we're complete opposites. And so yeah, like I told him, I was like, dude, if you go to this after party, you need to like put yourself out there. You need to talk to people. Yeah, that's how you make connections at these after parties because there's people there. There's agencies there. There's celebrities there, influencers, gente de toda, people with connections. Like you need to like put yourself out there, talk to people, like let them know who you are, so that you get noticed. And yeah, he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he came back and I asked him, and he was like, it was pretty cool. It's just not his thing like to go out and talk to every single. But I'm proud of him for at least trying. Some At least trying something new, something out of his comfort zone. But yeah, that was pretty much my New York, that was pretty much my trip to New York. It was just the fashion week. It was a pretty cool experience. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think everyone should try it, even if like fashion isn't your thing. Just going out and experience something that's out of your comfort zone, something that something new, something like different. Cause that was complete. Like I've never had that in mind to like, oh, I'm gonna go to Fashion Week, and yeah, like I think it was pretty cool. Like yeah, everyone should go. Um, but yeah, I don't know what's next for my brother, but I've been trying to get him to come on the pod and like come and talk about him, and but he's very like I said, he's very to himself. Like he does not want to put himself out there, which makes no sense. Like in to me, it makes no sense. Like a model is like being a model. Like you're out there, and and he doesn't like. Well, I don't know. I guess he likes to keep his life private in the way, which I respect. But I'm still gonna try to get him on the pod. Hopefully, he does an episode with me where we can talk up like just in general, like our childhood, our memories, maybe about his like modeling thing, in case people are like curious or people are interested in getting into that. Maybe he can like like give you guys advice on how to get there, like how to get to where you want to be. Um, but yeah, like I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. Also, you guys are probably seeing this, and I'm not sure when, probably mid-September, but I've been thinking my birthday's in January, and usually the ends of January, usually around my birthday, I spend it in Mexico, just because like there's this thing called Las Fiestas del Pueblo, where I usually go in Mexico, and it's usually in the time of my birthday. But I've been doing that for the past couple years, and honestly, I'm kind of not tired, but honestly, I want to do something different. So I was thinking, since my birthday is usually in January and it's winter, and here where I live, winter is like crazy snow and everything, and I can't even throw a party. I've been thinking, I'm like honestly, what if I throw a party in October? So I was thinking, I was like, I've been thinking, I'm like, what if I throw my birthday party in October, and as an excuse to do a Halloween birthday party, just so people can wear costumes, kind of like have a Halloween. I mean, kind of like having a costume birthday party, a birthday costume birthday party, a birthday party with costumes, and in the time of Halloween, I mean, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna tell me no? You can't celebrate your birthday on a different month. I mean, people can say like that's weird and like, bro, that's so extra. But I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm who's gonna at the end? I mean, at the end of the day, who's gonna tell me no? You know, who's gonna say, oh, you can't celebrate your birthday on a different month? I mean, you know. So I've been thinking, I feel like I want to do like maybe mid-October, throw like a like a party, like a small party with just like my guests. The so basically the people I want to invite, like obviously the number one people are like the guests that I've had on my pod. I want to invite them all, you know, as like a thank you. And also to celebrate my birthday. I mean, it won't actually be my birthday, but you know, a birthday in advance para que me traigan regalos. And I've been thinking, I'm like, dude, what if I get a bounce house? Cause or a mechanic bull. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to get a grupo, like a grupo from here, but honestly, they're really super expensive, and I'm like, damn, cause I've asked around to a couple groups, and they're super expensive. And I'm like, damn, I don't got the money like that, you know? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have to like start a GoFundMe for some help to get a grupo for my birthday party, you know? And but or I'll just stick to like making a playlist or and having a speaker. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get money. If I got it like that by then maybe I'll get a grupo. But if not, then we're just gonna have to stick to a playlist and a giant speaker. But yeah, I don't know. I've been wanting to. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I'm like maybe what if I throw a birthday party? Because I don't really do anything for my birthday. I just like hang out with friends and like people around me like that, you know, that I'm cool with. I'll hang out with them and we'll like go out to eat or something, or yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll just go out to eat and that's it. But I'm like, I kind of want to throw a birthday party, you know? But we'll see. Like, I don't know. And I also just an excuse to have a Halloween party at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. But it's just something on my mind. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And you know what? Speaking of October and Halloween and everything, for the month of October, for with the pod, I've been thinking like I want to do like all of the month of October. I wanted to do Halloween themed episodes. So like one episode will be with some guests. An episode will be about like ghost stories and like ghost events that's happened to us, like ghost like if anything scary has ever happened to us, you know, like ghosts or se nos apareció un duende o no sé qué, you know. And I'm like, dude, that'd probably be fun. And then in another episode we talk about like Halloween experiences, like our uh trick or treating memories, or like crazy shit happened to us, and that happened to us in like Halloween, or you know. And then on another episode we could do like conspiracy theories and like just creepy pastas, like scary stuff related to Halloween and scary stuff, you know. And then like wear costumes, you know. Like each episode me and my guests will be wearing like Halloween costumes. I don't know, there's just like ideas that have been floating through my head. But we'll see like what happens from now to then. Yeah, I don't know. These are all just thoughts that have been floating through my head. Like I should be thinking about other things, more important things, but I'm over here thinking about like throwing myself a birthday party in October when my birthday's in January. Pod ideas, you know. I also wanna I'm slowly getting more in known with my camera and my audio. I know like in my other previous episodes with guests or anything, the sound's bad, the audio is bad, or the image, the video quality is bad, or like blurry or low quality, and or the lighting, or I don't know. It's always something, you know, with the pod. And low key, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Like I've been watching videos on how to like get better quality out of my camera, out of my audio and everything. That, and I also need, there's videos that I have in mind that I want to do and I can't because like I need like a camera person. I've asked around and like I've asked for help, like if anybody was like I'd be like, oh, does someone want to be my cameraman or something? Like someone that follows me around with a camera. Like I'll teach you guys what I know about the camera. Like all you have to do is hold it and record, and you know, like record what's going on. That's literally all you have to do. But it's like no one's available, no one's free and stuff. So it's kind of hard to like record these videos without like, I mean, the only way is me holding it the whole time, but I'm talking about like there's certain videos that I want to do where it's better. It's just low-key better if like someone's holding it like a, you know, from them, and it's, yeah. I mean, you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, but I need to find a cameraman soon, or camera woman, whatever, a camera person. Like if anybody's interested, let me know, please. I need someone to help. I need someone to help me. And but yeah, like I also wanna. I'm not gonna lie. I also wanna give I also wanna give out I also wanna apologize to Adamari for her episode. Like I really liked her episode. Like me and her. Like I haven't seen her in a while, and when we filmed the episode, honest, like we vibed and everything, and I really liked the episode. I was excited for you guys to see it, and for some reason it didn't record, or it was recording. I just, the film was lost or whatever. Like it was unavailable for me. I don't know why, but we talked about so much good things. Like we talked about her life, like a lot of stuff that has been going on through her life. Like there was a lot of things that I think that were important for you guys to hear, not just because like she's talking about it, but I think like someone listening could connect or relate to what she was saying. And I honestly, I hate that I couldn't find the video, or that I hate what happened to parts of her video, part of her episode. And I'm so sorry, Adamar, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I want to bring you on back for another episode, or I want to make it up to you by, I don't know, you can come back for another episode or something, you know, like I really feel bad. Because we talked about so many things, and not just, it wasn't just her talking the whole time. Like me and her both like went back and forth, and we gave like we were having a conversation. And in one of the conversations that we talked about, was about death threats, and she had told me like she had gotten some, and I was really like, it was, the story was so interesting that she was giving about the death threats, that I can't I'm so mad that it just didn't record on the, I don't know, it just wasn't, you know, it I don't know, it just wasn't available for me. But I also talked about death threats, and I had one not too long ago. It was during a filming. I had said this on her episode, but I told her that I also had death threats, that I've gotten them before, and this was the first time I've ever gotten death threats. And it was during a filming of an episode, and it was, I don't want to say which episode or who the guests were, but I was obviously in my little corner, and they were and the guest was speaking, and while the guest was speaking, you can see it in the camera. I don't remember if I took it out. I think I did take it. I think I did take out my expression out of the camera, just so you guys wouldn't like, cause dude, hay gente de toda, like hay gente que anda viendo todo, like every single little thing, and they be pointing it out, because I've gotten like people will text me after an episode or something, and they'll be like, oh, I saw this, or why'd you make that face, or oh, like I saw this, or, you know, like it'd be the smallest thing, like no, la gente nomás anda viendo. And so like I took my face. I'm pretty sure I took my face expression out, because during the guest was speaking, my tablet. I always have my tablet right here. It has my notes. It has like my stopwatch. It has like everything going on. And that day I had scrolled down to my notifications just to check if anything during the filming of the pod, and I saw I had these messages, and from an unknown number, and I was looking at the number, and I was like, I don't recognize that number. And then it had like, I had gotten like 3-4 messages separately saying, like, threatening me with like, I obviously I still have the screenshots and everything, but I was so like surprised that my face expression was literally like, my guest was talking, and the message got my attention, and I looked, and my expression was basically what the fuck? Like I didn't know what to. It just caught me so fucking off guard, and I was like, oh my, I was like, what the? And I read them, and honestly, like it clicked like this. I was like, what the heck? Like I knew who it. I don't want to say I knew who it was, but I had a feeling of, like there was a category of certain amount of people that I don't know. It just clicked, and I was like, what the heck? At first, it didn't click in my head, and then I was so off during the rest of the filming of the pod. I'm just like in my head. I'm like, who would have sent me these? Like, who got my number? You know. And after that, like fin de historia, like I obviously found out who it was and everything, and you know. But the death threats were like, it's just crazy to think that, like, people are like that, and you know, and you never know whether to take them seriously or not. But yeah, like I found out who it was, and problem solved and everything. But it just caught me so off guard, and I had told Adamari, I was like, no, yeah, like same thing happened to me, and it was nothing like, I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it because ya pasó. But yeah, basically, like me and her talked about death threats. We talked about like growing up, like our life, our personal life, and just like, I don't know. It's just I feel really bad out Adamari. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I just don't know. Like dude, I'm horrible with like technology. It's so weird. Like you need to explain. Like when I start a job and they explain to me like the computer, I need like a whole 2 weeks to like be able to be know what to do and everything, because I'll be like, wait, what, how do I when I used to work at Sam's Club, it took me about like a month or two to like fully be able to do a refund without like mistakes and having to be like, oh manager, I need your pin so you can like void this transaction or whatever. It just takes me I just need practice. But um, yeah, I hope to get better at my quality on my podcast. That's why I always call it a the low budget podcast, because it really is. I'm literally sitting in a corner of my studio, and it's just I have one ring light and my camera, and then I have like these little microphones. I did want to invest into like those big microphones like most people have for the pod. It's like those really big ones with a stand, and it's like a microphone here, and you're just talking into it. But sometimes I'd be having like 2, 3 guests at a time, and those microphones are honestly so expensive. And like I said, I don't really have money, and I'm not getting any money. I'm not earning anything from this. So it's kind of like, eesh. And it's a big investment to do, like, and I really don't know, like, where it's a big investment into those microphones and like all this quality and everything. Like I'm slowly getting there, because like I guess you could say I'm taking the pod seriously. Yeah, I honestly started this podcast out of fun. It was just like, it just happened instantly. Like one day I was just like, I told Stacy, because she was the first one I filmed the podcast with. We would always like joke around like, dude, we need to have a podcast. Like it would be so much fun. It would be so funny. And so one day, like it was like one day, like it was like a random Friday, and I was like, I called up Stacy, and I was like, bro, I was like, Stacy, like honestly, fuck it, like let's film the pod. And she was like, what? And I was like, let's film a podcast episode. Let's just do it for fun. See where it goes. And so she was my very first guest and everything. And honestly, like I don't know if you guys have seen the first episode, but basically it was just like we just clicked, like we had a conversation back and forth. Like it wasn't like awkward. Like we weren't like, I mean, there was like very tiny instances where like, yeah, but then a conversation would rise up, or like we would jump from one convo, like we would bounce off each other's conversations, off each other's like respuestas and everything. So it was more like, it was honestly like, it was it was very it was like very natural. Like me and her, like we were just like this. And honestly, I I did want Stacy to be like a co-host or something. It would be so much I'm not gonna lie, it would be so much easier to have a co-host, or like, me and someone else. so that like we're able to bounce off like when we have a guest, or even when we don't have to have a guest every single episode, but me and my co-host could just like talk and give our own episodes, so that we don't have a new guest every single episode. But unfortunately, it's really hard to do a podcast because, aligning free times and like everything, it's hard to like align your schedules with other people. But I really wish like I mean I really liked my episode with Stacy. It was super natural. Like it was super like we didn't try too hard, It was just natural thing. Hopefully, maybe she'll come around for a co-host, or maybe here and there, I do want to co-host. I think it'll be fun. So that, but yeah, but talking about the podcast, I'm just jumping around. Talking about the podcast, there is times where I've been slacking a lot because like things come up and I've just been busy with other things, or sometimes I'll be like, how far am I taking the podcast? Because honestly, like I did it out of fun. I'm telling you, like I just called up Stacy and I was like, dude, like let's film an episode and post it on YouTube. Like fuck it, like let's see where it goes, or let's just do it for fun. And that happened, and then I invited my cousin Victor, and I was like, Victor, you want to be on it? Like let's see how it goes. And then that happened, and then I invited Joe, and then I invited other people, and it was just like people were like, oh my god, like the podcast, like I want to be on it. And I was like, yeah, let's like come on the podcast, like say less. Like everyone, I'm not gonna lie, everyone is allowed to come. Like I'm open to anybody coming on the pod, because like I don't know. I think it would. I'm doing it out of fun. Like I just like nomás por nomás. It's nothing like. But yeah, I was doing it out of fun. But there is times where I'm like, I've told Stacy or like my friends, or I just talk about it. Like when people ask me, I'd be like, honestly, I don't know how far I'm taking the pod. Like there's times where I just want to like not do it anymore, just because like it does like editing and like filming and like aligning people's schedules with yours, or for a guest or whatever, or finding guests, finding topics, finding conversations to keep the conversation going. Because as a guest, as a host, I feel like I shouldn't. I mean, yeah, like I've gotten comments about people had saying like I give too much. Like it's never 50-50. It's always like me giving 100, and the and my guest or whoever it is doesn't speak or doesn't give anything. And yeah, there's people, but I mean, like I get it. There's people that are shy, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still shy to this day. To this day, I'm still shy right now, like making my pod and everything. Like especially starting, like I never know how to start. Like if you've been a guest on the pod, like how long it takes me to start the episode, like to do the opening, just because I get so, I don't know, like nervous and like but sometimes I'm like, dude, like I don't know how far I want to take it. Like how far is this gonna go? Like when do I stop? Like is it gonna die down? Like are people even watching? And sometimes like people tell me like, oh, then just stop the pod, or just end the podcast. And I'm like, no, because at the same time, like if I end it later, I'm gonna be like, no, I should have kept it going. I don't want to regret anything. And honestly, this started as a like just for fun of it, and I feel like I should just keep doing it. If I don't want to. I don't want it to feel like I'm forcing it, because then it's gonna be noticeable if I'm just doing it out of force. So yeah, but I get told like sometimes like, oh, like dude, like just end the podcast, then just end it, like just delete it all or whatever, or just stop filming. And I'm like, no, because I've already invested a whole camera, dude. It's like it's kind of like, dude, yeah, like to this far, like I don't want to like just end it, yeah, and then I'm just gonna have a camera for nothing. But yeah, and then there's other people that like, thank you to you guys. Like they'll see me around and they'll be like, the podcast, or they'll yell like, no me cancelen. I'm like, bro. Or they'll be like, hey, when can I get on the pod? Like let me get on the pod. I got some stuff to say. I'm like, hey, come on whenever you want. Like honestly, like, but or there'll be people like rooting for me, and they'll be like, hey, like low key your podcast, like keep doing what you're doing. Like it's honestly really cool. But yeah, like. So I'm just gonna keep doing the pod, I guess. I'll just keep doing the pod. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'm just doing it as like for the fun of it. And the thing is, like, also with the pod, I read all the comments, and I read, like, I take the feedback. Like, people will text me separately and like give me feedback on the pod or after an episode or after a video, a YouTube video or anything. And like they'll give me feedback or they'll comment or tell me something, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like I take all the feedback and everything, and I use it to like, what can I do better and stuff. But anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I also be wondering who my audience is. Like, I'd be like, who's watching the pod? Like, who's thank you to everybody, but like, who's giving it likes? Like, thank you to everybody that gives my videos likes and shares them and watches them. Um, Makes me feel like I'm not just posting them for nothing, you know? But I do be wondering, like, I wonder who's my audience, like, because even when I get like even when I get like, I think the lowest I've had is like maybe 100 views or maybe less, I'm not sure. But even like with those few views, I'd be like, oh, thank you to, like, like, when you compare like the views from other people's videos, or your best one with the most views with the lowest views. Like, if you think about it, it's still a lot of people. Like, I had seen this post on, I wrote it down. I had seen this post on, I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, but it was like basically saying that like social media has fucked with our heads with likes, because like the fact that I'm gonna try and explain to you guys in the way that I understand it, because I thought I had the post saved and I don't. But it was basically like, social media has, I'm gonna repeat this for like the fourth time. Social media has fucked with our perspective on things, on our perspective on likes, because like you could have 6 likes on a post, and and social media like will fuck with our head saying, oh, 6 likes is nothing, and most people will delete a picture or a video, or will delete a post that they make because it doesn't have as many likes as other people's, or doesn't have as many likes as they thought or as they wish, they had. So it could be like 10 likes, and they'll be like, oh, that's so embarrassing. But if you put in the different perspective, 10 likes, dude, you post a picture, 10 likes is still, like, if you think about it in a different perspective, you could be going out, that picture is you. I don't know if I'm gonna explain this right, but it's like you going out, you're walking. Those 10 likes, think of it as like 10, obviously 10 people, but 10 accounts that gave it a like. But 10 people complimenting you, it's kind of like, if you think about it, 10 people complimenting you is a lot compared to like nobody. Uh, am I explaining that right? I really don't know, but hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. I need to find that post, but basically it's what I wrote down for my notes. Social media fucked with us. 6 likes is a lot with perspective. Yeah, I mean, like, imagine 6 likes, 6 people complimenting you in person, like, or even 30 likes. Some people think 30 likes compared is a little, But if you think about it, imagine 30 people in one room, and those people are like giving you a thumbs up to your face. Like, that's, if you think about it, it's like, damn, like, that's a lot. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, I just thought like that post was like kind of interesting. I was like, damn, like, that's so true. Like, like my podcast, like, sometimes I'll have like 3 likes on a video, and I'm like, damn, nobody liked it. But if you think about it, those 3 people, thank you, because, like, thank you to everyone that's, watching. Thank you to everyone that shares my videos, shares my reels, follows me on Instagram, likes the pictures, because there's a lot of people that follow on Instagram, but they will never like or share or comment or watch. They'll just do it just to, or I don't know what. But thank you to everybody that, that supports, that likes that keeps up with my pod. Um, and thank you to everybody that shares, because honestly that means a lot. Like, you're putting the video out there for other people to see that might not know about it. But yeah, like, yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna see where the pod goes from here. And there's a lot of videos that I have in mind of making, but like I said, I need a cameraman, so I'm kind of like, eesh. But yeah, But let me know if you also want to see the, like the vlog about New York and everything. You know what also has come to mind recently? I've been thinking a lot about. I want to do a video. I want to do a podcast video where it's my guest. It's me. So my name's Diego. I want my guests to all be named Diego. So I want to do an episode with a bunch of Diegos. You know, and then start like a Diego like a clan of Diegos. I don't know. It's just things that come to my head. I'll be like, they're like little ideas, and I'm like, dude, imagine a podcast episode with a bunch of Diegos. Like, I know a couple Diegos here and there, but, oh, actually, I know a lot. I know about 6, I think. 6 or 7. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm, let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. If you guys want to see an episode with a bunch of Diegos. I can only get up to 3 Diegos because I only got 4 microphones. But yeah, so like me and 3 other Diegos. I already have a couple in mind, so But let me know if you guys want to see that or if that's interesting or whatever. Going back to what I had said about October, how I want to do episodes like Halloween episodes that whole month or like spooky episodes that whole month with costumes and everything. I'm thinking like for November, I want to do like this like Friendsgiving with all my guests and people that have been on my videos with me and everything, like featured and everything. I don't know, I think it would be cool, and make a video out of that too, just stuff like that. But I don't know. Todavía falta, so I gotta see, from here to then. But there's just things that come to mind. But yeah, dude, like, if any of you guys ever want to come on the pod, just like let me know, text me or whatever. So, anyways, really quick before my camera dies, it's already 2 in the morning, so I'm kind of tired right now. But I also wanted to say, besides the fact that like I'm trying to get better with my camera quality and everything, and the Atamari thing, the Atamari's episode that did not, there's like film that somehow didn't record, like it's unavailable. Something you guys don't know is that the first episode for season 2 was actually supposed to be the second episode, and I had filmed a first episode with a guest you guys haven't seen before on my pod. I actually filmed a video with that person, and that was supposed to be the first video for season 2. But unfortunately, like, no se hizo, and like we filmed it and everything. We did the video and everything, pero como que I feel like we both felt like we could have done better on the video. So I just never posted it and stuff. But maybe I'll redo a video with that person. Maybe they'll come back on the pod and we'll remake a video or whatever. But yeah, I just felt like we weren't all there. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically like a lost episode if you think about it, like a lost episode of that was supposed to happen for season 2. It was supposed to be the first episode, and episode 1 with Isaac was actually filmed right after that, but I eventually didn't post the video, so I made Isaac's episode 1. I was talking about a video that I want to film. There's a story time that I want to do about my glasses being stolen in high school. Well, I'm using the word stolen like really loosely because it's like this whole thing, but I also have like videos and pictures and everything, but I also feel really bad in posting them because I don't want to put the person out there because it was like something back from high school, and it's just to like for entertainment purposes a story time. I'm not gonna say the person's name or anything, but I'm like, do I share the video of like whatever was said because it was so funny. I don't know if like to just cover up the person's face or just not post the video at all and just try to explain it and do the best I could with the story time. Because I'm not really good at stories, I'm not gonna lie, because I be repeating a lot that I say, or I lose track, or I get distracted easily, or I don't know what. And then besides that, like that's one story time I want to do. Let me know if you guys want to hear about that. There's another story time that I want to do about this person that's been, and it's not the same person, it's not my stalker. It's just this person has been like really like consistent and has been wanting me to do a certain type of video that I don't feel comfortable doing. and they've been like very like they've been, I don't want to say nagging because it sounds mean, but they've been like, are you gonna do it, are you gonna do it, like, are you gonna do this episode, I mean, are you gonna do this video, like, I want you to do this, you're supposed to do this and this and this with these people. And I don't know how to tell them. Like, at first I told them like, okay, I'll let the people know, like, there's certain people that they want me to do it with, and I'm like, okay, I'll let those people know. I'll talk to them and see if they're down to do it, and I'll get back to you. And I never did because I'm like, dude, that video is so strange, just like what they want us to do. And they're just like, and that person keeps like, will keep texting me like weekly or daily, and they'll be like, did you talk to these people, did you tell them if they're going to do the video, like, tell them if they want to do the video, let me know if you want to do it. I was like, okay, I'll let you know, like, I'll talk to them, see when they're free for those people. Y no, like, she, like, that person keeps like siguiendo diciendo like, oh, les, ¿cuándo lo vas a hacer? ¿Cuándo vas a hacer el video? Like, when are you gonna film it? Like, when are you gonna do it? Like, are you gonna do it or not? And they send me videos like, this is what you gotta do and do this and this. And it's just like, the idea is kind of weird. Like, I guess it's a challenge, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it's just strange. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing it from this different perspective of like the thing that they want us to do. I, I don't know. And then it's like very sketchy to me, but and I have all the screenshots of the messages and everything. But lately, that person ya no me ha dicho nada because I don't know. It's this whole thing. Like, it started getting like me, like, low key. It was starting to get creepy at this point. There was a point where it started to get creepy, and I was like, oh my god, like, it's so strange. Pero ya low key, like, it's been like a couple weeks y como que ya I haven't heard anything. Pero that's why I've been holding off on that story, because I'm like, I haven't heard anything. So I'm like, do I just leave it as it is and just don't talk about it, or do I like make it into a story time? And like, I don't know. Like, let me know what you guys want. Like, let me know in the comments down below, or message me or whatever, if you guys want to hear any of those story times, any of the video ideas that I've talked about. If they're good ideas, if you guys want to see that. Also, if you guys have any video ideas or podcast topics that you guys want to be talked about, or filmed or whatever, let me know, like, in the comments, or text me or whatever on social media, or follow the Instagram. You guys can send the messages through the DMs. And yeah, just don't forget to subscribe and yeah, thank you to everyone that's watching, everyone's that keeping up, and everyone that supports. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys for the next episode.